Hello friends, welcome back. Today class is all about the core. We have a nice quick Pilates core series using the Pilates ball. If you do not have the ball, you can do this whole series without it, and I will be giving you the options with and without the ball all the way through the class. Make sure that you have your mat rolled out or something that's going to give you a little extra support underneath your joints. We are going to be on the mat, laying down pretty much for the whole class here, and we're going to get started. So when you are ready, let's find some space. If you're using that ball, grab the ball, some water, and as always, we'll start on our back together just to settle ourselves into the space. So you can go ahead and meet me there. All right. Once you make your way down into that comfortable position, let's just start with a few breaths here. Taking a nice big inhale in through the nose. Exhaling as you let it go. Let's do a few more like this. It's always a good time to do a little check-in to see how you're feeling, whether it's the beginning of the day, the end of the day, the middle. Let's do one more big inhale like this. As you exhale, let's go ahead and bring the knees up to the chest. Give ourselves a nice big hug here. You can rock from side to side. You can open and close the legs here. You can add some circles, kind of just massaging through the back and through the hips. I want to give you that reminder that at any time through class, if you need to rest, it's always there for you. Sometimes when we work through a lot of core focused work, we start to lose the abdominal engagement partway through. So always resting and coming back into it is going to be helpful. Let's plant the feet on the mat. Arms come down by your sides. And as always, we start with those pelvic tilts. It's going to help us connect breath to core, mind-body connection here. Inhale as you tip the hips away. Good, you find that little lift through the back. Exhale, you imprint the back down, drawing navel to spine and feeling everything else tighten right through that midsection. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Good, last one. If you're using the ball, we're going to take the ball, bring it in between the thighs. Good. Legs are going to stay parallel. So if you don't have the ball, legs are staying parallel here as you lift those legs up one by one into your tabletop position. Now right away it's tempting to go to this position, right? It kind of dumps that work into the low back here and we kind of lose any engagement from that lower ab band. So I want you to think, exhale, neutral spine. Good. Let's start by flexing the feet here. We're going to start both legs lowering down together, inhaling as we tap the heels to the mat, exhaling as we lift the legs up. Inhaling, exhaling. Nice. I want you to try to stay with this sort of 90 degree with the legs, so I don't want you to lose any of that. Good work, good work. We have 4 more here. Stay with that breath. You're always welcome to alternate the legs here. Alternating by tapping one heel and then the other. Good, 2 more. Last one. Good, meet me back into that tabletop. Now if you have the ball, you're going to exhale to squeeze the ball. Inhale to release. If you don't have the ball, you're going to bring the legs together. You're going to release and separate them. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Every time I exhale, I really feel what's going on here in the abdominals. There's a lot happening when you start to add the breath, and then you can think about where you're sending that breath. Keep fighting for that neutral spine because it's going to be important, especially when we continue to move through some maybe slightly harder parts of the series. If the upper body's lifted a little bit. Good, we have 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Good, last one. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and plant the feet down. Nice job. Grab your ball if you're using it. Take a little windshield wiper of the legs. All right, feet are gonna stay planted. Ball is going into your right hand if you're choosing to use the ball, right? And it's gonna press onto the thigh. If not, you're gonna press your palm onto the thigh, okay? Now we're gonna take the legs and lift them back up into that tabletop. So keep strong through that neutral spine. Lift back into tabletop here. So you're either pressing the ball into your right thigh and then the palm onto the ball, or you're pressing your right hand into the thigh. You're gonna take your left hand and stack it on top of your right hand. And then we're gonna think about really creating a little bit of resistance. Push the leg back into the ball or hand and then push into the leg. Good. We're going to start by tapping the left toe down and lifting it back up. Inhale to tap. Keep a little bit of pressure. Exhale. Inhale to tap. Exhale. Good. Keep that pressure right on that thigh. Nice work, nice work. Good, we have 2 more here. Last one, lift that leg up, hold it in tabletop. We're gonna lift through head, neck, shoulders, push into the ball or press into the leg with your palms a little bit. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, good. You can always plant the feet down. So I'm pushing into my right thigh. I'm releasing it just a little bit. Exhale. Inhale. Nice. Two more here. Good. Last one. Can we lift? Can we hold? Inhale. Stretch your left leg out. Exhale. Bring it in. So keep that pressure. You're always welcome to plant that right foot down. Inhaling. Exhaling. Good. Chin is lifted and long. Gaze is lifted here. Two more. Last one, hold that left leg out. Start to pulse the left leg down to the mat. Keep that pressure in the ball. Yes, nice work. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees into the chest. Take a little break. Release the ball here from that right thigh. Open and close the legs if you need here. Take any little moment to shake things out and then plant those feet right back down. Whew. Okay, we're gonna switch over to the other side. So let's grab the ball here with our left hand if you're using it. Otherwise, press your left palm onto your left thigh and then lift those legs up to tabletop here. Neutral spine, stack right hand on top. Inhale, tap your left toe. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. So really pushing into the ball, really pushing into that left side, and then getting that toe tap on the opposite side. Right toe taps. Exhale, lift. Nice work, nice work. 2 more. Good, last one. Good, meet me up here. Let's keep it like that. Press into the thigh or into the ball. Curl the upper body. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale. Maybe you need to plant those feet for a moment. You still can do this, okay? You can still be pressing into the thigh. The idea is that we're just adding that pressure. It's going to activate through the core just more and more for you. The more pressure we can add. 2 more. Last one, push down, press. Inhale, right leg reaches out. Exhale, bring it in. We're going to be heading into those pulses in a moment. Stay with me. Last one, hold that right leg out, pulse it down. Push into the ball or thigh, always option to drop the left leg down. Here we've got 5 more to go. Nice job, knees draw in. Take a nice big hug of the legs. Okay, press to one side or rock and roll yourself forward. We're gonna come all the way up here into a seated position. Sit up nice and tall. Let's take the ball in between both of our hands. Walk the legs out a little bit further from you. You can ground through the heels. Lengthen through the spine here, and again, find that lift through the lower abs. Ball is gonna be reaching forward as we start to find a roll back, a tiny tuck through the pelvis. So I want you to find that tuck under so that we're not arching into our low back, okay? Proud chest. We start with our inhale. Exhale, sit up, reach the ball above your head, or it's just the arms reaching. Nice job. Inhale, exhale. Rolling about halfway back. And remembering you can take as much time as you need. You can rest at any point. 2 more. Can we hold it back? Start to pulse up an inch and down an inch. Three more. 2. Last one, sit all the way up. Nice job. Bring the soles of your feet together. Start to fold it forward. Nice big round here. Release through the hips. Shake things out. Rolling up from this, let's move our ball off to the side. Let's sweep the legs around. Grab some water if you need, and then we're gonna go ahead and meet down in our forearm plank. Come on down to those forearms, walk your feet back here, and then meet me in that strong plank. So we're not gonna let the hips drop or lift too much here to start. Weight stays forward. Always option to drop the knees down, but keep those hips pressing forward here, okay? So keep the weight forward. Let's find that plank. Let's hold. Take a big inhale. Exhale, draw the belly in. As we hold, maybe you cross the right leg over the left leg. Uncross the right leg, cross the left leg. Uncross the left leg, continue to hold for 3, for 2. Gently drop the knees down here for a moment to take a rest. Bend the legs, cross the ankles, keep the weight forward. You're gonna shift the weight a tiny little bit, press up onto your right hand and onto your left hand. So we're in that supported plank. Can we stretch the legs out? Can we lift up into that high plank? Walk the feet out a little bit wider than the hips. We're coming down onto our forearms. Inhale, right forearm, left forearm. Exhale, right hand, left hand. Switch over to that left side. Exhale. Goal here is super core oriented. We don't want to let those hips rock too much from side to side. We want to do our best to stay right through the center. Good. Maybe those knees are down. Yeah? Keep the hips forward. Alternating arms. 3 more rounds on each side. Bit rude of me, I know. 2 more. Last round. You're gonna meet me in your high plank, right up onto those hands. Here we go. Press up, find that high plank. We hold for 3, for 2, and a 1. Knees come down. Child's pose, take a nice big breath. You made it, friends. Great work. Let's hang out in this child's pose for a moment. Take a nice big inhale in through the nose. Exhale, let it go. When you're ready, we'll meet up onto our hands, tabletop. Inhale, send the belly to the mat. Lift the forehead, the chin, the bum. Exhale, round through the spine. Tuck chin to chest. Inhaling. Exhaling. Beautiful, beautiful work, friends. She's a quick one, but she's a tough one, so remember, you can always come back to this class. Last one. Good, meet me right in the center into that neutral spine here. Sweep the legs around to one side you choose. Sink back onto your bum. Let's crisscross the legs. I will face towards you. Find that crisscross. We're gonna take our right arm, bring it out to the right side. Big side bend up and over. Coming back through the center, switching sides. Back through the center, take a big inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, release the arms down through center. As always, let's finish with one big breath here together. Eyes can close, gaze can lower. Big breath in through the belly. Big exhale out through the mouth, slow. Beautiful work this week, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for choosing this class. I hope the core is feeling on fire, because mine definitely is. You can always come back and repeat this class. You can pair it with other classes. Whatever you choose, it's up to you. Thank you for moving with me. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, whatever is coming next, and I will see you next week.